Hi everyone, this is Megha Kulshrestha and in today's lecture we will discuss the kingdom Protista. Okay, so watch this lecture till the end and you will see there are few previous year questions which we are going to discuss at the end of this lecture. Okay, so this kingdom Protista I'm talking about in today's lecture. The chapter is biological classification, the second chapter of class 11, right? So let's start. Kingdom Protista. Okay, as the name kingdom is Protista. इसमें कौन रखे गए? इसमें unicellular eukaryotic organisms. What I said? Unicellular eukaryotic. Very important. इस kingdom में unicellular eukaryotic organisms को रखा गया, जो एक सेल के हैं और eukaryotic उनकी सेल है. They have a true nucleus, right? So kingdom Protista is not having any boundary, right? क्योंकि इसमें you can see there are some protistans which can make their own food, they can synthesize their own food. We can say that they are photosynthetic algae. हम उनको algae कह सकते हैं क्योंकि they can make their own food. photosynthetic algae है इसमें. And even there are few members which have the features similar to the fungi, right? Means like they have saprophytic mode of nutrition. In slime molds you will see they have saprophytic mode of nutrition, right? And there are some organisms like your kingdom protozoans, they are unicellular animal like features. And even there are euglenoids here which can make their own food, and even when the sunlight is not available they can eat other organisms. They have both the type of nutrition, mixotrophic, isn't it? So let us see the kingdom Protista in detail and I will let you know from where the question come in your NEET exam. Okay, so let's discuss about this kingdom Protista. Okay, so first is chrysophytes, right? It is divided into 5 groups. 5 group में इसको divide किया. Number 1 is chrysophytes. ठीक है, अब क्राइजोफाइट्स में कौन रखे गए? क्राइजोफाइट्स में रखे गए डेस्मिड्स, डाइटम्स. ये यूनिसेलुलर एल्गी होती है. डेस्मिड्स, डाइटम्स, ये क्या है? यूनिसेलुलर एल्गी है. एंड कहाँ मिलेंगी ये? Where you will found them? So they are present in fresh water, focus here, and even in marine environment, marine water. So this statement is true. If the statement comes like chrysophytes are found in fresh water as well as in marine water, the statement is true. Okay. Then the third important point here which you have to keep in mind is they are the chief producers. They are the chief producers in the ocean. Okay. They are the chief producers in the ocean. They can make their own food. They are unicellular algae. ठीक है, तो क्राइजोफाइट यूनिसेलुलर एल्गी ही है. ऑफ कोर्स दे कैन मेक देयर ओन फूड, तो वो चीफ प्रोड्यूसर्स होते हैं ओशियंस में. दे आर फाइटो प्लैंक्टन्स. ओके, सो दिस you have to keep in mind. And next important point is, first is here desmids and diatoms are kept. They are found in fresh water and marine water. Chief producers in oceans होते हैं ये. Now the next important point is they have the cell wall. The cell wall. Which type of cell wall they have? They have two thin overlapping shell. कैसी है? दो thin ऐसे overlap cell wall कर रही है. जैसे कि हमारा सोप का डब्बा होता है, सोप बॉक्स, एक नीचे एक ऊपर से वॉल है. ठीक है, अब ये जो ऊपर वाली है इसको कहते हैं एपिथिका and the lower one is hypotheca. एपी मतलब ऊपर, हाइपो मतलब नीचे. ठीक है, नो इश्यू इन till here, I hope so. So they have two thin overlapping cell wall. Now in their cell walls silica is present, and because of this silica होने की वजह से the cell wall is indestructible. Right? And when they die, wherever they are living, their dead body settle down and in the ocean they form, नीचे बेड पे आपको क्या मिलेगा, diatomaceous earth, diatomaceous earth, okay, and this is of economic value, this is useful for us. कैसे, how it is useful? Number one, it is used in the filtration. किसमें काम आ रही है, filtration में काम आ रही है, filtration of oils and syrups. Then important next one, filtration में काम आ रही है. Then sound proof room बनाने के लिए, sound proof room, and being gritty in nature, gritty होती है texture में, you can, if you touch it you will feel the little granules there, so being gritty in nature, it is used in polishing. ठीक है, so what we have discussed here, chrysophytes कौन है, chrysophytes unicellular algae है, they are found in fresh water as well as in marine water. important, कहाँ मिलेगी, fresh water में भी, marine water में भी. चीफ प्रोड्यूसर्स होते हैं ओशियंस में, इंपॉर्टेंट लाइन, चीफ प्रोड्यूसर्स इन द ओशियन, दे कैन मेक देयर ओन फूड और यू कैन सी दे आर फाइटोप्लैंक्टन्स, है ना, छोटे छोटे ऑर्गेनिजम्स है, फाइटो मतलब फॉर प्लांट्स. सेल वॉल इज हैविंग टू थिन ओवरलैपिंग शेल, ऊपर वाली को एपिथिका, नीचे वाली को हाइपोथिका. दिस इज नॉट सो इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर यू. सिलिका प्रेजेंट होता है उनके सेल वॉल में, दे हैव सिलिका इन देयर सेल वॉल एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट देयर सेल वॉल बिकम इनडिस्ट्रक्टिबल, आसानी से नहीं तोड़ सकते आप उसको. And when they settle down in the ocean, they make a bed there, है ना, एक अर्थ बन जाती है, that is called diatomaceous earth. This is having very economic value for us. कहाँ यूज होती है ये, filtration of oils and syrups, soundproof room and even polishing के ये हमारे काम आएगी. Am I clear till here? ठीक है, तो ये थे हमारे chrysophytes. Now moving ahead to your dinoflagellates. डाइनोफ्लैजिलेट्स, डाइनो, डाइनो का मतलब होता है स्पिन. अब ऐसे याद कर लो आप, डाइनो मतलब दो फ्लैजिला, डाइनोफ्लैजिलेट टू फ्लैजिला, मतलब डाइनो का मतलब वैसे स्पिन होता है, इनके पास दो फ्लैजिला होने की वजह से दे कैन स्पिन इन द वाटर. फाइन, दे हैव सेल्यूलोजिक प्लेट्स, दे हैव सेल्यूलोजिक प्लेट्स. इंपॉर्टेंट, डाइनोफ्लैजिलेट्स के पास क्या मिलेगा, जहां जहां पे ग्रूव्स है वहां पे उनके फ्लैजिला है, पूरी बॉडी पे प्लेट्स नहीं है, मतलब ये सेल्यूलोजिक जो प्लेट्स है ऑल थ्रू द बॉडी प्रेजेंट नहीं है, है ना, अभी तो कहा है सेल्यूलोजिक प्लेट्स कहीं कहीं पे प्रेजेंट है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ प्लेट्स, और जहां पे नहीं है वहां पे फ्लैजिला है, ग्रुप्स में फ्लैजिला है. वन फ्लैजिला इज longitudinally arranged and other one is transversely, and because of this feature they are called dinoflagellate. They can spin in the water. They have two flagella. One is longitudinal, other one is transverse. So you can make your own notes, right? In this way only, in the point form you make your own notes. So cellulosic plates हैं, two flagella है उनके पास, they are of various colors. It depends on the pigment, which pigment they are having. They can be red, orange, yellow and so on. So they are of various color. ठीक है, now of course they are unicellular algae, ये भी unicellular algae ही है. And one dinoflagellate, the name is Goniolux. It causes red tide and it releases toxin which is very fatal for the fishes, kill the aquatic life. And you know, when you eat such fish which is having this toxin, है ना, हम अगर ये मछली हम खा लें, so of course that toxin will enter in our body and it will cause numbness, paralysis and even the death of the particular organism or humans. So this is very dangerous toxin released by some of the dinoflagellates. Even some of the dinoflagellates have bioluminescence feature, है ना, वो समुद्र चमकता हुआ दिखेगा, टाइड्स आपको शाइन वाले दिखेंगे because of dinoflagellates over there. So they have bioluminescence features as well. ठीक है. So dinoflagellates क्या है? Dinoflagellates भी unicellular algae ही होते हैं. They have cellulosic plates in throughout the body. And important feature in here, they have two flagella. One is longitudinal, other one is transverse. वेरियस कलर्स के आपको दिखेंगे, पिगमेंट रेड, ऑरेंज, येलो. गोनोलॉक्स एक dinoflagellate है that causes red tide and it releases toxin. Okay, they are found in marine environment. ठीक है, तो ये था हमारा dinoflagellates के बारे में. मूविंग अहेड टू द नेक्स्ट ग्रुप, दैट इज euglenoids. Example here is euglena. So important point कहाँ मिलेंगे? Which type of habitat you will found them? So they are found in stagnant water. Fresh water. Okay. They have mixotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. They have chlorophyll, which is similar to higher plants. They have chlorophyll. इनके पास chlorophyll है. That is why they can make their own food. They have chloroplast, जिसमें pigment है chlorophyll. So that means that they can make their own food. And even when the sunlight is not available, they have heterotrophic mode of nutrition as well. They can eat other microbes. है ना? Other microbes को भी ये खाते हैं. So they are found in stagnant water, fresh water, mixotrophic mode of nutrition. Now see, they don't have any cell wall. They have a proteinaceous layer which is called pellicle. And because of this protein layer, their body is flexible. They can change their shape. They have flagella. They have flagella for their movement. So this is all about euglenoids. Even they have eye spot, which is photosensitive. Fine. They have paramyelin granules. Which is the reserve food for euglenoids. So that's all about euglenoids. The next is your slime molds. What? Slime molds. Slime molds are very much similar to our fungus. So they are kept in the phylum Myxomycota. Okay. So slime molds, they make plasmodium. Their aggregate makes plasmodium. So see, there are two types of slime molds. One is cellular, other one is non-cellular, or we can say plasmodium. And cellular. Okay. So plasmodial slime mold. Here, what you will see, there is a cell. Okay, there is a cell. No cell wall is present over here. The nucleus divide continuously. No cytokinesis, only karyokinesis. Okay, and in this way, the plasmodium also increase in size. Multinucleate condition you will see here. And ये plasmodium बहुत लंबी फीट तक फैल जाता है. Engulfing the organic material from their bacteria and so on. वो खाता रहता है और पूरे पे फैल जाता है. जैसे rotten twig है ना, सड़ी गली लकड़ी, उस पे ये फैल जाता है. And they take up their nutrition from there. So plasmodial slime molds is physarum, where multinucleate condition you will see. And when there is a scarcity of food, जब खाना available नहीं है, तो ये plasmodium shrink हो जाएगा and it will form sporangia, a fruiting body, जिसमें होते हैं spores. And important to note down, the spores here, spores possess cell wall. And because of the presence of cell walls, the spores can survive for millions of years. Right? They are resistant. So spores are resistant because of the presence of cell wall, and these spores are released in the air by the weight. Okay, so this is plasmodial slime mold. There is cellular slime mold as well. Here there is a cell which is similar to amoeba. This is the cell. Okay. Now when there is availability of food, what they do? They make the aggregates. Many cells come closer to each other, they make the aggregates. And this plasmodium is called pseudoplasmodium. False. Why? Because here you will see multicellular condition. Every cell is different here. Okay, this is having its own characteristic. This is having its own. So all the cells aggregate is what pseudoplasmodium. This is plasmodium, where multinucleate condition is found. Multinucleate condition. Okay, this is pseudoplasmodium. Now, when there is a scarcity of food, they form, of course, sporangia, fruiting body, in which spores are formed. So there's a difference between plasmodial and cellular type of slime molds. Spores are resistant, they have cell wall. They have saprophytic mode of nutrition, which is similar to fungi. Fungi की तरह इनके पास भी saprophytic mode of nutrition ही होता है. ठीक है? Now the next here group is your protozoans. Protozoans are divided into 4 further groups on the basis of the locomotory structure. Number 1, amoeboid. Number 2, ciliated. Number 3, flagellated. And number 4, sporozoa. So in amoeboid, which is the locomotory structure? Pseudopodia. Isn't it? Pseudopodia. In ciliated, we have cilia for locomotion. In flagellated, we have flagella. Here, no particular locomotory structure is there. If you talk about the mode of nutrition, they are either predator or they are either parasite. Okay? In sporosome, all are parasite. In flagellated, mostly are parasite. In ciliated, they are predators. Examples: Antamoeba, which causes disease, Antamoeba histolytica. In ciliated, example is Paramecium. In flagellated, Trypanosoma, which causes sleeping sickness. And in sporozoan, Plasmodium. Right? So these all are what? These all are your protozoans. Amoeboid, ciliated, flagellated and a sporozoan. And ये कहा जाता है कि they are our ancestors. They are the ancestors of the animals. They can locomote. They don't have cell wall. Right? Now, this is very, very important. From here, the question come in your NEET exam. I will show you few questions of this kingdom Protista. So be there. Watch the lecture till the end. Am I clear till here? I hope so. तो हमने 5 ग्रुप देखे क्राइजोफाइट्स, किंगडम प्रोटिस्टा के क्राइजोफाइट्स, डायनोफ्लैजिलेट्स, then क्राइजोफाइट्स, डायनोफ्लैजिलेट, यूग्लिनोइड्स, slime molds, and what else? Your protozoans. ठीक है? Now let's see your NCRT. Let's go through your NCRT. So this kingdom Protista, here single-celled eukaryotic organisms are present. One-cell eukaryotic type of organisms are present. But this kingdom do not have any boundaries. They don't have any well-defined boundaries. For one scientist, they may be photosynthetic Protista, and to one biologist, may be a plant to another. Like for example, like Climadomonas. Yeah? Climadomonas can be a plant or an algae for one biologist, or it can be protistans also, because it is unicellular and eukaryotic. Climadomonas. And even chlorella, they are capped with amoeba and paramecium, right? So Climadomonas and chlorella, they are also unicellular. Amoeba and paramecium, they are also unicellular and eukaryotic, so they are capped here. But Climadomonas and chlorella, they have the features similar to the algae. Okay, so this kingdom do not have any particular boundary. Whichever the organism is unicellular and eukaryotic, उसको यहाँ पे रख दिया जाता है. Okay. So when, as we can say, they are eukaryotic, the protestant body contains well-defined nucleus because they are eukaryotic, and even other membrane-bound organelles you will found here, like mitochondria, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum. Fine. Now let's move ahead to the first group here, chrysophytes. So this include diatoms and your golden algae, that is desmids. So diatoms are golden brown algae and desmids are golden algae. Keep in mind. Alright. They are found in fresh water as well as in marine water. I told you this is very important. This point I missed. They are microscopic and they float passively in water current. पानी के साथ साथ बहते हैं passively. They don't have any flagella, so they are passively floating in the water current. Most of them, they are photosynthetic. Cell wall, I told you, thin overlapping cells, shells. Upper one is apitheca, lower one is hypotheca, which is embedded with silica. And because of this, the walls are indestructible. And the diatoms have left behind large amount of cell wall deposits wherever they are living in their habitat. That is referred to diatomaceous earth. And this diatomaceous earth is having economic value. Being gritty, it is used in polishing. Number one. Second, filtration of oils and syrups. Okay, and even soundproof room. Diatoms are chief producers in the oceans. So in the starting only I told you to make your notes. Okay, so I have written in points. You just add this point which I missed here. This is microscopic. They float passively in the water currents. ठीक है, एक copy बनाइए. Make your notes in a tabular form. Next पे आते हैं dinoflagellates. देखो, the statement is saying they are mostly marine. Mostly marine, right? Keep in mind. They are of various color, yellow, green, brown, and so on, depending on the pigment present. Now, if you see the cell wall, it is in the form of stiff plates. Okay, and they have mostly two flagella. One is longitudinal, other one is transverse. So in their body, one longitudinal, one transverse flagella you will see. Red dinoflagellate, that is goniolox, which causes red tide and it multiply very fast, which release the toxin over there, and this is very fatal for the marine animals. It kills the marine animals. So this is a dinoflagellates. One flagella is in this group, transverse, and this one is longitudinal. Right. Next is euglenoids. Majority of them found in fresh water. They are found in fresh water, most precisely stagnant water. Keep in mind. They don't have cell wall, they have pellicle, which is made up of protein. And because of this, their body is flexible. They can change their shape. They have mostly two flagella, one is long and the other one is short. They are photosynthetic in the presence of sunlight, and when the sunlight is not available, they behave like heterotrophs. So they have mixotrophic nutrition. And they have the pigments, they have chloroplast, which is having the pigment chlorophyll A, which is identical to the pigment present in your higher plants. Example is Euglena. So make point-wise notes. Euglenoids is clear. Moving ahead to the slime mold. They are saprophytic protists. They have saprophytic mode of nutrition. The body of slime molds, they move along the decaying twig. Suppose this is a twig, this is a decaying twig. So on this, the body of the slime molds move and it becomes multinucleate. You talk about plasmodial slime molds. They engulf the organic material present there. And under suitable condition, important to note down, when the conditions are suitable, they form an aggregation called plasmodium. When I talked about cellular slime molds, I told you that many cells, they come closer and they form an aggregate. This is called pseudoplasmodium, right? So which may grow and spread over several feet during unfavorable condition. So during favorable condition, they are forming plasmodium. Now when the conditions are unfavorable, what they do? The plasmodium differentiate to form a fruiting body. Differentiate to form a fruiting body, right? And at the tip, spores are formed. Here, spores are formed. Spores possess true walls. And because of this, they are extremely resistant and they survive for many years, even when the conditions are not suitable. And the spores are dispersed by air current. So remember this, the cell wall is present in the spore, not in the plasmodium. Next, this is a plasmodium, right? These are fruiting bodies in which spores are formed. So in the sporangia here, spores are produced. This is sporangia, right? Next is our protozoans. So protozoans are heterotrophs. They are either predator or they are either parasites. They are believed to be the primitive relative of animals. I told you they are believed to be the primitive relatives. They are divided into four major groups: amoeboid, flagellated, ciliated and sporozoans. Amoeboid जो protozoans होते हैं, they live in fresh water, sea water और moist soil. Important line, fresh water में मिलेंगे, sea water में भी मिलेंगे, moist soil में भी मिलेंगे. And they capture their food by putting out the pseudopodia, false feet. Marine forms have silica shells on their surface. So this is a correct statement. Marine forms in amoeboid protozoans have silica shells on their surface. One example is Antamoeba, which is a parasite. Antamoeba histolytica. Next is flagellated trypanosoma. I told you, which is having a flagella. It causes sleeping sickness. They have a flagella. So this group is either free living or they are parasitic. Ciliated protozoans, your paramecium. In paramecium, cilia are present all throughout their body and they have a gullet cavity that opens to the outside of their cell surface. They have a gullet, okay? They have a gullet. They have cilia all throughout their body. They have two nucleus. One is macro and other one is micro. Alright. So they have two what? Nucleus. Important, this question came once in NEET exam. So they are aquatic, actively moving organisms because of the presence of cilia. They can move, they have cilia. Alright, now next is sporozoans. In the sporozoans, there is an infectious stage which is spore-like stage. The most notorious is your Plasmodium, which causes malaria. It is a malarial parasite. Plasmodium vivax. In human health and disease, the names are written. Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium malariae. So they causes malaria, which causes malaria. Plasmodium, which is, the vector of Plasmodium is female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, so these all are the 4 different types of protozoans: amoeboid, flagellated, ciliated, and your sporozoans. Now, here are the images of paramecium and trypanosoma. Trypanosoma has one flagella, which causes our sleeping sickness disease. Paramecium has a micronucleus and one small nucleus, which is micronucleus. So there is a gullet here. This is a gullet. The cilia helps in the entering of the food into the gullet, right? Cytostome is the mouth here. These are your NCERT images: dinoflagellates, euglena, slime molds, and the paramecium. Now moving to your questions. See, the first question is: ciliates differ from all other protozoans. Okay, ciliates जो है ciliated protozoan paramecium all other protozoans से अलग कैसे है? So this already I told you. Using flagella for locomotion? No, they don't have flagella. Using pseudopodia? No, they don't have pseudopodia. Having a contractile vacuole for removing excess water? This is present in all the protozoans. Having 2 types of nuclei. One is macronucleus, other one is micronucleus. So in this way, the ciliates are different from all other protozoans. Chrysophytes, euglenoid, dinoflagellates, and slime molds are included in the kingdom. Which kingdom they are included? They are included in the kingdom Protista. They are unicellular eukaryotic organisms. Okay, this was the question asked in 2016. Very easy for you all. Right. Which of the following organisms are chief producers? The starting only we have discussed all about your diatoms. Chrysophytes. They are chief producers in the ocean. Question asked in 2018 NEET. Okay. So that's all from my side. Thank you and have a nice day. Please give your valuable feedback. If you want me to make any particular video on any particular topic, please send me a message. Thank you.